Starting with version 7.1 of Angel, sort of a fun thing they added to the lesson content types are games. You go to where you want in the lessons area and to add content and add a game. And there are two types of games. You can add crossword puzzles or quiz shows, but you won't find anything about what type of game it is in the settings when you're creating the game. You have to create the game first and then decide whether it's going to be a quiz show or a crossword puzzle. So at this stage, you see some of the same basic things you see on the content and access tabs for other content types, like who can see it and when. There's an automate tab, which again we'll get to in a later lesson. And you can also specify the game as an assignment in the gradebook, so the students have to play the game for credit. So if you give your game a name, say, and hit save, then it takes you right into the game and you can start to add questions. You can also specify if you want it to be a quiz show instead of a crossword puzzle. And if you're going to have a quiz show, then you need to have a certain number of categories and a certain number of questions per category. Okay, so what it looks like when you get done adding your questions is something like this. Comes up and you click in, it builds the crossword puzzle, and then you see the different choices here. You can click into one and then it will pop up the questions. And submit. And if you want a hint, you can get one. Click in there and there's a hint button there. If I click on that, it gives me one letter at a time. And for each letter that it takes as a hint, then I lose a little bit of the points possible. So there is some incentive to not just hit the hint button over and over. The quiz show games look a little different. If I click into one of them, I will see that I have 4 categories, and I can have up to 4 questions per category. If I click on a choice here, Longview, and hit submit, it will tell me that was incorrect. Now I can't go back and do that again. So basically right now my score is negative 200, and I would have to go through each one of these and come out with a total score. And then if I had this for credit, my total score would be reflected against the points possible in the gradebook to figure out what my grade would be. Okay, if I want to take a look at what it looks like when I'm editing it, if I go into that, I can see a nice set of questions I've selected for myself. Now, like I said, I can only have up to 4 questions per category, but if I had, and I can only have 4 categories, so I can have up to 16 questions. So I could delete one of these and create another one if I wanted to, or I can just edit and change the existing quiz. So that is a quiz game show.